Bro, I didn't stream for like 2 days. This is bad. Yo, I'm losing subs real fast. Not that they matter though. I don't care about subs. Who cares about subs? All I care about is why did he wake up? Yo, Queen, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Hope you've been good. And Yuki's back here. This is bad news. Last time he was like all up in my face, and I don't know. That kind of led me to accidentally flipping this the thing, the screen, and then I did a face reveal. Man, I hate when that happens because I'm so chopped, bro. But like, only because I'm not really prepared, you know. Allahu Akbar, Assalamu alaikum, inshallah. Wow, Erska, look at you with all your Muslim lingo. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How y'all been? Hi, yo, Banal, how's it going? Are you a K-pop fan? I am familiar with K-pop. I know Cat's Eye. Do you like Cat's Eye? I don't listen to Cat's Eye. I just know everybody's like into that these days. Did that make sense? By the way, I won't be able to come to your streams for 3 days in 5 days because of school camp. Yeah, that did make sense. And it's okay, Queen. I appreciate you always coming here and yeah, it's okay. I mean, I don't even know if I am gonna stream the next 4 days or so. But I mean, I try to. I get busy sometimes. And Niki's hugging my laundry. It's all clean. It's just like on the bed because my sister. Oh my god. Like I love my sister and all, but always dumping the clothes on the on the bed, and then always touching my stuff. Like I was looking for my dot painting, I couldn't find it. Like she threw it away. Oh my god, that's not even hers. I'm so sad, but it's okay because guess what? We have other stuff to do. We have The Hobbit. We have our flashcards that we have to memorize. And then we have Scribble all the time. Yeah. Yes, my profile picture is Lara and Sophia. I'm Muslim too. Oh wow, Ben Alho, that's awesome. We have a lot of Muslims on the stream because I'm Muslim. So yeah, very nice. How are you all doing? She threw it away. Yeah, she did. Oh my god, I'm so sad. Like she was going through this box of mine that I kept in the corner of this room. This ain't even her room, by the way. And everything in there she started touching, and that made me anxious. I was like, "Why are you touching my stuff?" She's like, "We have to clean this out or something." I don't know why. I don't know why. It's like my box of stuff. It could be as messy as it wants to be. It's contained because I'm literally homeless. Like I don't have a room. I have to share with my mom. Even when I'm like I have no choice but to have good relations with my mom. Otherwise, like she's gonna say go back to your sister, and then literally, it sucks not having your own autonomy. Inshallah, I don't know. I have no idea what the future could hold, where like the possibility of me having my own room and my own schedule exists. Other than getting married, I don't know. Like, I don't even want to get married, bro. I don't even like guys. I mean, not like that, but I don't know. Did you scold her, bro? I did. I kind of did. I said, "Don't touch my stuff," and she's like, "Don't talk to me like that." I was like, "Oh, that's bad." She's right because she bought me a bike, and I really like that bike, and she spends a lot of money on me. Like I I better keep good relations with her, if I want those blessings to continue. But it's like it's kind of. Not worth it. When you don't have your own autonomy, like people touching your stuff, like yeah, I was talking with Mateo and Ruben, then said, "What's in it?" Can't remember what we were talking about. Then he said, "Your mom." What's that's disgusting, bro. Like, nasty, bro. Like, I get it. It's like impulsive thoughts, the things that you boys naturally want to say to like random stuff, but it's not acceptable. Like, that's why you shouldn't like them. You don't like guys? Are you No, no, I'm not. I'm just saying, like, I don't like guys like that. Like, no, that sounds oh my god, bro. Guys are my biggest enemy, but Stray Kids, Science, I'm a fan. I'll let it die. I'll let it slide. Okay, okay. I have no idea what that means, but Stray Kids, yeah, there's also another K-pop group. That's awesome. Nice stream, man. Thank you, piano lover. I love pianos too. I can't play it because it's haram. Uh, but if I could have, I would have. You probably don't know what haram means. It's like instruments are not allowed in my religion because instant gratification. That's like your desires. They start to control you instead of you controlling your desires. So that's actually not why it's not allowed. But. Hi, yo, Rex YT, welcome to the stream. Damn, bro, you got 200 around subs, 200K. Piano lover? Oh, wow. Can you give me a shout out on your channel? Can I get like up to 1,000 subs today? Because I keep getting close. I got highest to 920, and then I lost 5 subs, like just out of nowhere. It's so sad. Like, I don't know. I don't take it offensively. It's like somebody's doing it on purpose. That's what I feel like. Maybe somebody has a grudge. They keep subscribing with a bunch of accounts, and then they unsubscribe whenever they feel like it. Like, you got nothing better to do but that alphabet thingy that nobody ever. Anyways, sorry about that. Damn, I've heard of it, but I never knew it worked like that. I support that and I respect your ideals. I would love to learn more about it. Really, you respect that? That's crazy because, like you're a piano lover, like, you know? But it's not like restrictive. It's more like, there you gotta focus on God's creation. Like God made this world, made people, made I guess he made everything. Like you could think of piano as being as God's creation, but like directly his creation. Like we gotta focus on that more. Anyways, hi Ale Sha Emery, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Yeah, piano promotes her channel. I mean, if you want to, like, I'm not like begging or anything. I hate when people beg for subs and likes. Like, hit that like button, blah blah blah. Cause I don't really care about that. I just wanna live stream because it's fun, and also because, like, I wanna get to my goals. Like, I wanna use live streaming as, like, a reason to continue studying even while I have summer vacation. Because right now it's summer vacation for me. I mean, I do have summer classes, I have to check when that starts. Because if I don't pay attention, I might just, like, fail that too. Uh, is it just that you can't play instruments, or are you just trying to not listen to music as well because it can control you as a person? Yeah, music in general, like, trying not to listen to that. Otherwise, piano has its benefits, like, it activates a part of the brain that's good for you, but, math does that too, and a lot of other things, like, it's just music itself is controversial in my religion. Some people say it's okay, but most people say it's not. Hi, yo, Tyler, welcome back to the stream. How's it going? Sorry, I meant to say since not science. I like Blackpink too. Oh, okay, okay. That makes sense. Um, Not science, like, is that another K-pop group? I'm not really familiar with that. I'm familiar with Blackpink, but yeah. Then I went out to the class because I was about to cry, but before I left, I told Satoru to tell them about my mom. So yeah. Oh, you were about to cry. That's crazy that they did that, bro. That's so sad. Like, you should never hang out with them again. Pianos are those fake subs because your views are too low. Oh, maybe he probably bought those subscribers. Oh, I also do cubing and chess. Are those also haram or no? Cubing like Rubik's Cube? Rubik's Cube is not haram. Like that's something I'm familiar with too. Like I know how to solve one. I'm like really beginner though. Like, I could solve it, but it's gonna take a time, and I can't really do it like speed cubing. But chess, some people say it's like it's not haram to play. It's like strategy games, but it's kind of like haram because some people they bet on the betting is haram. So that's the haram part. Like those competitions where they're putting their money onto one side and yeah, like that. But it's also really like it takes up your whole brain, like if you could play for that many hours, you could. Anything that stops you from praying, like even scrolling could become haram if you miss your prayers constantly because of that. If that makes sense. But in general, chess is not haram. I mean, for the most people, and queuing is completely fine too. They still didn't believe me after Satoru told them. Dang! What? Oh my gosh, Queen! They're so rude. I'm so sorry you had to deal with them. Chess, not haram though. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I had my hardest exam today. I got an 80% somehow. No way, Tyler. That's awesome news. I'm so happy for you, bro. Like, good job. Awesome. You're naturally smart, that means. Like, you did not get lucky, right? Was it like what's it called? Multiple choice? Or no? Didn't know though, so it's fine. Also, when they finally believed me, they said sorry. Oh, okay, okay. That's fine. That's good. They're not completely, bad people like, that wording made it seem, but yeah. You did great, Tally. Yeah, true. Bye. Bye, Ale. Sorry, I was probably not paying attention to what you were saying. How are you doing? I'm good, I'm good. Sorry. Sorry, I just read that, but you're probably gone by now. I'm good. But yeah, thank you for asking if you're still here. 75% on English. Awesome, awesome. That's that's still good. Like you at least that's passing, C's get degrees. That's what they say. No, I said guys are my biggest enemies. Stray Kids are men too, but since I'm a fan, I'll let it slide. Oh, okay, okay. So wait, music is halal as long as you don't miss your salat and read Quran. No, that's not what I meant. It's like that's the one that's officially haram, but anything else that's, like, halal otherwise, like, that could be haram if you're missing you know, your obligatory actions in Islam. I hope that makes sense. But Mateo was too nonchalant to say sorry, so he typed on the computer and turned it around. Ugh, that is so immature, bro. Can't even take a little accountability. Come on, leave Mateo, leave Ruben, everybody. I hope Ricky was not part of the gang that said that. Hi, yo, Yandere, welcome to the stream. How's it going? I can talk about him all day. Oh my gosh, Eric Scott. Whatever, sis. Oh, you're still here. Nice. Welcome back. I'm so sorry about that. Missing your comments. I was like literally yapping every second. So, yeah, I had to get a 50% or higher to pass. What? A 50% or higher? That's that's so like back in my days, 50% was a fail, 60% was a fail, 70% barely passing. So that grading system is completely inflated these days, and it's like, oh my god, y'all have it good. Y'all have ChatGPT, AI, and grading systems like that. Um, Gay? Who's gay? Uh-oh, the gay detector is here. I'm not it's you, you talking like that, Queen. I'm in year 10. Oh wow, nice. But I'm not missing my Salat and I read Quran and I have Salat reminders on my iPad too. Hopefully Allah loves me even if I'm so bad Muslim as long as I hear the adhan I go pray. MashaAllah, Allah back to Allah back. Like may Allah keep you steadfast in your prayers and don't call yourself a bad Muslim. I know we all struggle. I swear I struggle just the same as you. But yeah, it's important that we don't expose our sins and that we have the humility to admit our sins and to ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide us to the right path and, you know, help us to, do what is right, If we struggle with something that doesn't hurt anybody and it's private and it's like something like music like most people think it's not that harmful, it's okay, like these are minor sins, like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, like if you fast on the day of Arafah he will forgive you for the year before and the year after. Like that's crazy, there's so many opportunities and every time you make wudu your sins fall off. That's not to say that minor sins are okay, but there's a lot of mercy in that, like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he said his mercy overcomes his wrath. Sorry, I have to go. So yeah, okay, bye, Tyler. Thanks for tuning in, and let me see what else y'all said while I was yapping. My next harder ones are next year. Okay. Oh, I thought you meant I was gay. Can I ask where you're from? I'm from California. I'm hungry. Oh no, Queen is hungry, guys. Queen is hungry. Please, Queen. I hope. Oh my gosh, I made chocolate cake today. It was so good. It was bot mix, and the frosting was store bought too. But it was so nice. I got to use my stand mixer for the first time. You are straight. I know. Be straight, guys. Thank you, Air Scott. Thank you for the reminder. I really, really appreciate it. We're gonna pin that. Let's pin that. Like your opposite gender. Okay. But my dad is in a bad mood, so if I go to the front room, then he'll yell at me. Oh, that's true. My dad is always in a bad mood. I try to avoid him like 24/7. Love them. Sorry, I have to go. Assalamu alaikum, Joya. Stay for like an hour or higher. I'll come 40 to 45 minutes later. Okay. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh and confident and thanks for tuning in, and I hope I'll be able to continue in 45 minutes. Sometimes unexpected things happen, and I gotta go, but otherwise, I don't think anything like that is gonna happen. I did fast a day of Arafah. May Allah accept our fast. I did too, but we don't know if it's gonna be accepted or not. Like we could try we want to fast, but we don't know at the end of the day if it's gonna be accepted or not. So we can't assume. But inshallah it is. We could hope for the best. Look confident. You got your mod? Beautiful. Yeah. You're making me want cake. Yeah. It was triple chocolate fudge cake. It was so soft and moist and airy. It's like the best kind of cake ever. Like I hate cakes that are like too dense. It's like, is this even baked fully? Like, but this one was so good. Like, and cakes that are dry, oh my god. Ugh. You have to add the simple syrup, more calories, more sugar. Ugh. But this one, mm. I wish I could show you guys a picture, man. I could make it a thumbnail afterwards. Okay, fine. Sorry, Queen. 3 days camp, Queen. I'm sad that I can't bring my phone to camp. Oh, it's okay, Queen. I feel like camping is so therapeutic. Like you shouldn't take your phone with you. Otherwise, if you did, it's gonna take away the point of camping, Like you gotta connect with nature and put yourself out there at the risk of getting eaten by a bear and so nobody can know if you died or not because dying in nature is such an aesthetic way to go, and people find you later on because you don't have your phone for like safety purposes, but I'm sure it's not gonna be that bad. You shout out somebody? Huh? Little Red, welcome to the studio. I didn't shout out nobody. Queen is hungry, go and have McDonald's. Oh my god, Erica, you're just roasting her. I did fast. Okay. Um, I hate when the companies makes cat's eye wear inappropriate outfits. They don't look the outfits. Yeah, I hate that too. Like all these labels that hire these innocent little, barely adults. Like they just turned 18. Like they're so bad. Like I hate those industries, man. They're really, really corrupt for a reason. Everybody knows it. Like, but people just continue and do whatever so that they can get money and fame. Like it's so sad. Army work very hard. You're in the army ill? What do you mean? What army? BTS army? Dre what? No, no, Queen. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Can you shout out my uncle Mike who's I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why that little red. I got trolled many times before about giving shout outs to these random weird name people. When I grow up, I want to be an actress. I don't know if that's very halal, but I don't know. If there's a halal role, may Allah accept your wishes. Otherwise, guide you to a better path. And that's how God works. Sometimes we think like, oh, I didn't get what I wanted, but then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala takes you to somewhere that's better. You know? Dre, no work today, no schoolwork, just yapping things. I know I had things. I have so many things. I don't know why I'm so yapping so much. Hive and Geffen are the worst. They're companies for Cat's Eye. Cat's Eye are sad in those outfits. Yeah, man. Like most of their audience are little kids, and like it's ruining the kids' brains, bro. Like that's not good. That's not good for them. That's not good for their fans. That's not good for older people. Cause what? Like nobody's supposed to look at these things. Be straight, guys. Oh, that's the pin comment. Mm, okay. Okay, fine. Let's actually lock in today. We have a surprise guest. General! Oh my gosh, he's not black, so he did crack. Cause black don't crack, but it's okay. He's beautiful still. Anyways, so we got the Hobbit book. I'm gonna need y'all to decide. Should we play Scribble? Should we play the Hobbit? I mean, read the Hobbit. Should we? I look for the duck painting. Is gone though. I have Adab al Mufrad. I have the Mountain View. I have my Quran journal. We could journal our Quran to read tafsir. I want to be an actress when I grow up. Yeah, yeah, you already said that, but like, if I don't know about that because acting as a Muslim that could be haram. There's some gray area to that. But what is halal is not much. Just kidding. There's a lot of stuff that's halal, but like we don't really focus on that because it doesn't pay well. We focus on what's paying well, and that's so sad. Money drives people. Assalamu alaikum. Oh my gosh. Faris Imran, welcome back to the stream. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm hungry. Queen, eat something. Pakistan Army. Oh, you're actually in the army. That's crazy. Um, do you get like those army MRE foods? Like I will see those on YouTube. Like they have those meal ready to eat, and it looks so good. I always wanted one. I was like, look, should I just go to the army to get that? Like, does my dad have one? But you could get that from, like, camping stores, like, I wouldn't and it's not even that good, like, I look back at it, I'm like, "Dang, it's all processed food." Yeah, no Scribble, Queen is bad at this. That's so sad. Are you doing clay pottery? Oh, no, I'm not. Um, I wish I could though. I wish I could, bro, like, there was one point when I thought that I was gonna do it, but then I'm like, "I can't afford the clay, I can't afford the kiln, so what kind of gift is a pottery wheel if you're not gonna gift the clay or like firing services? It's That's so sad. I have a pottery wheel just sitting in my backyard, like, collecting dust. If you want to get it, yeah. Do you like it? Is it good? Read book. Okay, fine, Air Scott. We're gonna read a book today. We're gonna read more of The Hobbit. Inshallah. Khair. But last time I was reading, everyone was saying it's so boring. It's like old people activities. I mean, I'm not affected by that, obviously, like, hate comments are not the vibes. But I get it, it's like Tofu's humor sometimes. Where is that guy, by the way? Hope he's good. She's not married, bro. How do you know that, Air Scott? I'm married to my pride. I'm married to the gang. It's boring. What's boring? This? Are you married? Abdul Karar. Abdul Adi Karar. Hadi Karar, welcome. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Why is that the first question? You're disgusting. Let the cats read books. Oh yeah, there's a cat over there. No, Lychee. So, um, let's continue. So, I forgot where we stopped. So, wait, let me get a pen first. I have no friends in army. Why? You have so many peers. Like, how could you not make a friend? It's the opportunity exists. You know what? Actually, that's probably a good thing because friends die when you're in the army. I'm just being real though. I apologize. You should, as you should. You better like. Okay, so Gandalf, dwarves, and Mr. Baggins. Oh, let me get my reading light, sir. There you go. Gandalf, dwarves, and Mr. Baggins. We are met together in the house of our friend and fellow conspirator, this most excellent and audacious hobbit. May the hair on his toes never fall out. Oh my god, this is what my sister was talking about. That is the most beautiful dua I've ever read. All praise to his wine and ale. Astaghfirullah al-azim. Ruined it. He paused for breath and for a polite remark from the hobbit. But the compliments were quite lost on poor Bilbo Baggins, who was wagging his mouth in protest at being called audacious, and worst of all, fellow conspirator. Though no noise came out, he was so flummoxed. So Thorin went on. We are met to discuss our plans, our ways, means, policy, and devices. We shall soon, before the break of day, start on our long journey, a journey from which some of us, or perhaps all of us, except our friend and counselor, the indigenous wizard Gandalf, may never return. It is a solemn moment. Our object is, I take it, well known to us all. To the estimable Mr. Baggins, and perhaps to one or two of the younger dwarves, I think I should be right in naming Killy and Philly, for instance, the exact situation at the moment may require a little brief explanation. This was Thorin's style. He was an important dwarf, if he had been allowed, he would probably have gone on like this until he was out of breath, without telling anyone there anything that was not known already. But he was rudely interrupted. Poor Bibble couldn't bear it any longer. At May never return, he began to feel a shriek coming up inside, and very soon it burst out like the whistle of an engine coming out of a tunnel. All the dwarfs sprang up, knocking over the table. Gandalf struck a blue light on the end of his magic staff, and in its firework glare the poor little hobbit could be seen kneeling on the hearth rug, shaking like a jelly that was melting. Then he fell flat on the floor and kept on calling out, struck by lightning, over and over again. And that was all they could get out of him for a long time. So they took him and laid him out of the way on the drawing room sofa with a drink at his elbow, and they went back to their dark business. Excitable little fellow, said Gandalf, as they sat down. Again, gets funny queer fits. But he's one of the best, as fierce as a dragon in a pinch. If you have ever seen a dragon in a pinch, you'll realize that this was only poetical exaggeration applied to any hobbit. Even the old Took's great grand uncle, Bullroarer, who was so huge for a hobbit that he could ride a horse. He charged the ranks of the goblins of Mount Graham in the Battle of the Green Fields and knocked their king Golfimble's head clean off with a wooden club. It sailed 100 yards through the air and went down a rabbit hole, and in this way the battle was won and the game of golf invented at the same moment. In the meanwhile, however, Bull Roarer's gentler descendant was reviving in the drawing room. After a while and a drink, he crept nervously to the door of the parlor. This is what he heard, Gloin speaking. Humph! Or some snort more of them, or more or less like that. Will he do you think? It is all very well for Gandalf to talk about this hobbit being fierce, but one shriek like that in a moment of excitement would be enough to wake the dragon and all of his relatives, and kill the lot of us. I think it sounded more like fright than excitement. In fact, if it had not been for that sign on the door, I should have been sure we had come to the wrong house. As soon as I clapped eyes on the little fellow bobbing and puffing on the mat, I had my doubts. He looks more like a grocer than a burglar. Then Mr. Baggins turned the handle and went in. The took side had won. He suddenly felt he would go without bed and breakfast to be the thought fierce. As for little fellow bobbing on the mat, it almost made him really fierce. Many a time afterwards, the Baggins part regretted what he did now, and he said to himself, Bilbo, you were a fool. You walked right in and put your foot in it. Pardon me, he said, if I had overheard words like you were saying, pardon me if I have overheard words that you were saying. I don't pretend to understand what you are talking about or your references to burglars, but I think I'm right in believing this is what he called being on his dignity. That you think I'm no good, I'll show you. I have no signs on my door. It was painted a week ago, and I am quite sure you have come to the wrong house. As soon as I saw your funny faces on the doorstep, I had my doubts, but treat it as the right one. Tell me what you want done, and I'll try it. If I have to walk from here to the east of East and fight the wild worms in the last desert. I had a great uncle once, Bull Roar took, and yes, yes, but that was long ago, said Gloin. I was talking about you, and I assure you there's a mark on this door. The usual one in the trade, or used to be. Burglar wants a good job, plenty of excitement, and reasonable reward. That's how it is usually read. You can say expert treasure hunter instead of burglar if you like. Some of them do. It's all the same to us. Gandalf told us that there was a man on of this sort in these parts looking for a job at once, and that he had arranged for a meeting here this Wednesday tea time. Of course there's a mark, said Gandalf. I put it there myself for very good reasons. You asked me to find the 14th man for your expedition, and I chose Mr. Baggins. Just let anyone say I chose the wrong man or the wrong house, and you can stop at 13 and have all the bad luck you like, or go to digging coal. He scowled so angrily at Gloin that the dwarf huddled back in his chair, and when Bilbo tried to open his mouth to ask a question, he turned and frowned at him and stuck out his bushy eyebrows till Bilbo shut his mouth tight with a snap. That's right, said Gandalf. Let's have no more argument. I have chosen Mr. Baggins, and that ought to be enough for all of you. If I say he's a burglar he is, or will be when the time comes. There's a lot more in him than you guess, and a deal more than he has any idea of himself. You may possibly all live to thank me yet. Now, Bilbo, my boy, fetch the lamp, and let's have a little light on this. On the table in the lamp of a big lamp and a red shade he spread a piece of parchment rather like a map. This was made by Thror, your grandfather. Thorin. He said in answer to the dwarf's excited questions. It is a plan of the mountain. I don't see that this will help us much, said Thorin disappointedly after a glance. I remember the mountain well enough and the lands about it, and I know where Mirkwood is and the withered heath where the great dragons bred. There is a dragon marked in red on the mountain, said Balin, but it'll be easy enough to find him without that, if ever we arrive there. There is one point that you haven't noticed, said that wizard, and that is the secret entrance. You see that rune on the west side, and the hand pointing to it from the other runes? That that marks a hidden passage to the lower halls. Look at the map in this chapter, and you will see there the runes in red. Huh? What map in this chapter? Is it here? I can't see the map. Bruh. Where that map at though? Was it this one? Whatever. There's no red anyways. What are you getting? I don't know. Thank you for understanding. Yes, serving in the Pakistani army can be challenging, but it's an honor to serve the country. I appreciate your support as a fellow Pakistani. You know, this is off topic from the book, but uh dying for your country is considered being a martyr in Islam. So that's really good that you're in the Pakistani army. Comic books are mid nowadays. Yeah, I've never read a comic book. I don't know if manga counts as a comic. I don't know. What are you getting? Okay, I'm back and surprisingly my dad didn't tell at me, so now I'm getting food. What are you getting, Queen? I'm glad you're getting food. So, hi, sorry, I haven't been here for a couple of months. Elizabeth Aubin Chain. Welcome back to the stream. I don't even remember, but yeah, I mean, it's nice to have you back after a couple of months. I don't know if this is the right channel though. Happy White History Month, guys. Ginger Giant. Thank you, I guess. I mean, does not apply to me. All right. I think I caught up with everything. Hello, guys. What? Hello, Y to you forever. Welcome to the stream. Welcome back. Actually, I remember you. But there's this comic series that I love, but it's pretty new, so that's only 2 books. Really? What is it called? Maybe you could read it for your live streams. How's that gonna go? Are you gonna continue with your live streaming, Queen? Actually, no. You need 50 subs for that. I mean, uploading videos. Should I continue reading? I want to take a little water break. Spoil it. I think manga is like a Japanese comics. Yeah, that's true. It's a kind of a love story with these two people, Julian and Leah. Kind of that reminds me of Shakespeare, Romeo and Juliet, but it's not a comic, obviously. I had to read it though for some English class. It's called The New Girl. Ah, interesting. Spoil it. Yeah, I'm kind of interested. What's the storyline? Um, is it more interesting than The Hobbit? Because The Hobbit seems really nice so far. I love that adventure, like the coziness. Like so far, this book is really nice. Till the time you know why of doing what you do, then you don't need an inspiration. Till the time you know why of doing what you do, that kind of gives me a stroke when I read that. Eris, no offense. Dre, I gotta tell you something. Go for it. Well, the first book is literally called The New Girl, and the second book says at the top from The New Girl or something, but the actual name of the book too is First Crush. Yeah, that seems like something you would read. mm, just because, like, you kind of experiencing similar things, right? But I think it's just a phase. I'm been seeing another streamer. You gotta be kidding me! That's the worst news possible. You're actually joking, right? You're just trying to get a reaction. You couldn't possibly be watching other streamers. Tell me it's not true. What are we reading? Hi, Krypton. Welcome to the stream. We're reading The Hobbit. Or we were before Y2Eva said that very, very bad news type thing. That's betrayal. I know, bro. Like, should we continue though? Should we continue reading? I don't know. Like, when I read, all the views go down. Like, and then when I give the chat engagement, it's like it goes up. Just kidding, Julia. Okay, okay, good, good, good. Whew, I thought for a second that you were not kidding. I feel like I haven't done it. Oh my god, Queen! Yo, how about Gerald? This guy, you mean? He's right here. Wait, I am too. No. Looks like a weird book, but do you live with a furball of power? A god served by its minions? A black hole that never fills? An entity so strong, so calm it doesn't exist? Do you live with a cat? Yes, I do. I live with 3 cats. That's the cat right there. And he has a daughter, non-biological daughter, but we found her and she looks exactly like him. Her name is Pixie, his name is Yuki, and there's an orange one, his name is Luca. Oh, he's a sphere kinda. True, true, true. He's very fluffy, but don't be fooled. That's not all fluff. That's a lot of meat too. So yeah. I was trying to look for this map where the runes are red in this chapter, but I don't see it. But it's fine. I mean, we could. This is why we read fiction, right? So we could understand or like imagine it in our brains. So we can continue reading. Is that okay, guys? Anybody else got something to say? Now I'll be gone. No, I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you too. but don't be gone. Hi Kai, been coming to your streams? Has Kai? She has, yeah. I mean, she's really busy. Like her school is gonna continue until July, but she still made time to come. So I appreciate that from Kai. Drea, would you rather have unlimited games and had added bacon or no games? Hmm. Why? Why would I choose no games? Like if I could have, I don't know. Maybe I would choose no games instead of like unlimited games and had added bacon. Cause what are you gonna do with that? You're just gonna rot all day. We need some limitations in our lives. Anything unlimited, too much of anything is bad. So choose the thing that most people want it, because that's how the jet works. I don't know if that's correlated, but like the jet is gonna say like, "Do you want heaven or hell?" You have to choose the one that's hell because that's actually heaven. Um, don't quote me on that. She has exams though. Yeah, she does. Oh yeah. So by the way, the storyline is that Leah, the main character, moves to Canada from Romania, and she's in this welcome class thing to learn French. But when she's in the airport, she gets her first. Mm, very interesting already. All right, I think that Krypton guy is gone. Actually, drinking a lot of milk turns you milkaholic, and water turns you hydroholic. Yeah, it kills you too. Drinking a little water. If you didn't know that, that's crazy. It has to be. It has to be like a lot though. But yeah, too much of even water is bad. Can you imagine that? I mean, it drowns you too. So it may have been secret once, said Thorin. But how do we know that it is a secret any longer? Old Smog has lived there long enough now to find out anything there is to know about those caves. He may, but he can't have used it for years and years. Why? Because it is too small. 5 feet high, the door, and three may walk abreast, say the runes, but Smog could not creep into a hole that size. Not even when he was a young dragon. Certainly not after devouring so many of the dwarves and men of Dale. It seems a great big hole to me, squeaked Bilbo, who had no experience of dragons and only of hobbit holes. He was getting excited and interested again, so that he forgot to keep his mouth shut. He loved maps, and in his hall there hung a large one of the country round with all of his favorite walks marked on it in red ink. How could such a large door be kept secret from everybody outside apart from the dragon? He asked. He was only a little hobbit, you must remember. In a lot of ways, said Gandalf. But in what way this one has been hidden? We don't know without going to see. From what it says on the map, I should guess there's a closed door which has been made to look exactly like the side of the mountain. That is the usual dwarves method. I think that it, I think that is right, isn't it? Quite right, said Thorin. Also, when also went on Gandalf, I forgot to mention that was the map one. That with the map went a key, a small and a curious key. Here it is, he said, and handed to Thorin a key with a long barrel and intricate wards made of silver. Keep it safe. Indeed I will, said Thorin, and he fastened it upon a fine chain that hung about his neck and under his jacket. Now things begin to look more hopeful. This news alters them much for the better. So far, we have had no clear idea what to do. We thought of going east, as quiet and careful as we could, as far as the long lake. After that, the trouble would begin. A long time before that, if I know anything about the roads east, interrupted Gandalf, we might go from there up along the river running, went on Thorin, taking no notice. And so the ruins of Dale, the old town in the valley there, under the shadow of the mountain. But we none of us like the idea of the front gate. The river runs right out of it through the great cliff at the south of the mountain, and out of it comes the dragon too. Far too often, unless he has changed his habits. That would be no good, said the wizard. not without a mighty warrior, even a hero. I try to find one, but warriors are busy fighting one another in distant lands, and in this neighborhood, heroes are scarce, or simply not to be found. Swords in these parts are mostly blunt, and axes are used for trees, and shields are as cradles or dish covers. And dragons are comfortably far off, and therefore legendary. That is why I settled on burglary, especially when I remembered the existence of a side door. And here's our little Bilbo Baggins, the burglar, and chosen and selected burglar. So now, let's get on and make some plans. Very well then, said Thorin. Supposing the burglar expert gives us some ideas or suggestions. He turned with mock politeness to Bilbo. First, I should like to know a bit more about things, said he, feeling all confused and a bit shaky inside, but so far still tookishly determined to go on with things. I mean, about the gold and the dragon and all that, and how it got there, and who it belonged to, and so on and further. Bless me, said Thorin. Haven't you got a map? And didn't you hear our song? And haven't we been talking about all this for hours? All the same, I should like it all plain and clear, said he, obstinately, putting on his business manner, usually reserved for people who try to borrow money off him, and doing his best to appear wise and prudent and professional and live up to Gandalf's recommendation. Also, I should like to know about risks, out of the pocket expenses, time required, and remuneration, and so forth. By which he meant, what am I going to get out of it, and am I going to come back alive? Oh, very well, said Thorin. Long ago, in my grandfather Thror's time, our family was driven out of the far north and came back with all their wealth and their tools to this mountain on the map. It had been discovered by my far ancestor, Thrain the Old, but now they mined and they tunneled and they made hunger halls, huger halls, and greater workshops. And in addition, I believe they found a good deal of gold and a great many jewels too. Anyway, they grew immensely rich and famous, and my grandfather was king under the mountain again, and treated with great reverence by the mortal men who lived to the south and were gradually spreading up the running river as far as the valley overshadowed by the mountain. They built the merry town of Dale there in those days. Kings used to send for our smiths and reward even the least skillful most richly. Fathers would beg us to take their sons as apprentices and pay us handsomely, especially in food supplies, which we never bothered to grow or find for ourselves. Altogether, those were good days for us, and the poorest of us had money to spend and to lend, and leisure to make beautiful things just for the fun of it, not to speak of the most marvelous and magical toys, like the like of which is not to be found in the world nowadays. So, my grandfather's halls became full of armor and jewels, and carvings, and cups, and the toy market of Dale was the wonder of the north. Undoubtedly, that was what brought the dragon. Dragons steal gold and jewels, you know, from men and elves and dwarves, wherever they can find them, and they guard their plunder as long as they live, which is practically forever unless they are killed, and never enjoy a brass ring of it. Indeed, they hardly know a good bit of work from a bad, though they usually have a good notion of the current market value, and they can't make a thing for themselves, not even mend a little loose scale of their armor. There were lots of dragons in the north in those days, and gold was probably getting scarce up there, with the dwarfs flying south or getting killed, and all the general waste and destruction that dragons made going from bad to worse. There was a most specially greedy, strong, and wicked worm called Smog. One day he flew up into the air and came south. The first we had heard of it was a noise like a hurricane coming from the north, and the pine trees in the mountain creaking and cracking in the wind. Some of the dwarfs who happened to be outside, I was one luckily, a fine adventurous lad in those days, always wandering about, and it saved my life that day. Well, from a good way off, we saw the dragon settle on our mountain in a spout of flame. Then he came down the slopes, and when he reached the woods, they all went up in fire. By the time all the bells were ringing in Dale and the warriors were arming. By that time all the bells were ringing in Dale and the warriors were arming. The dwarves rushing out of the great gate, but there was the dragon waiting for them. None escaped that way. The rivers rushed up in the steam, and a fog fell on Dale. And in the fog, the dragon came on them, and destroyed most of the warriors. The usual unhappy story. It was only too common in those days. Then he went back and crept in the room, the front gate, and routed all all the halls and lanes and tunnels, alleys, cellars, mansions, and passages. After that, there was no dwarfs left alive inside, and he took all their wealth for himself. Probably for that is the dragon's way. He had piled it all up in a great heap far inside and sleeps on it for a bed. Later, he used to crawl out of the great gate and come by night to Dale, and carry away people, especially maidens, to eat, until Dale was ruined and all the people dead or gone. What goes on there now, I don't know for certain, but I don't suppose anyone lives nearer to the mountain than the far edge of the long lake nowadays. The few of us that were well outside sat and wept in hiding and cursed Smog, and there we were unexpectedly, joined by my father and my grandfather with singed beards. They looked very grim, but they said very little. When I asked how they had got away, they told me to hold my tongue, and said that one day in the proper time I should know. After that, we went away, and we have had to earn our livings as best we could up and down the lands, often enough sinking as low as blacksmith work or even coal mining. But we have never forgotten our stolen treasure, and even now, when I will allow we have a good bit laid by and now are not so badly off. I will allow we have here Thorn stroked the gold chain around his neck. We still mean to get it back, and to bring our curses home to the smog if we can. I've often wondered about my father's and my grandfather's escape. I see now they must have had a private side door which only they knew about, but apparently they made a map, and I should like to know how Gandalf got hold of it, and why it did not come down to me, the rightful heir. I did not get a hold of it, I was given it, said the wizard. Your grandfather Thror was killed, you remember, in the mines of Moria by Azog the goblin. Curse his name, yes, said Thorin. And Thrain, your father, went away on the 21st of April, 100 years ago last Thursday, and and has never been seen by you since. True, true, said Thorin. Well, your father gave me this to give to you, and I have chosen my own time and way for handing it over. You can hardly blame me, considering the trouble I had to find you. Your father could not remember his own name when he gave me the paper, and he has never told me yours. So, on the whole, I think I ought to be praised and thanked. Here it is, said he, handing the map to Thorin. I don't understand, said Thorin, and Bilbo felt he would have liked to say the same. The explanation did not seem to explain. Your grandfather, said the wizard slowly and grimly, gave the map to his son for safety before he went to the mines of Moria. Your father went away to try his luck and the map after your grandfather was killed, and lots of adventures of a map unpleasant sort he had, but he never got near the mountain. How he got there, I don't know, but I found him a prisoner in the dungeons of the necromancer. Whatever were you doing there? Asked Thorin with a shudder, and all the dwarfs shivered. Never you mind. I was finding things out, as usual, and a nasty, dangerous business it was. Even I, Gandalf, only just escaped. I tried to save your father, but it was too late. He was witless and wandering, and had forgotten almost everything except the map and the key. We have long ago paid the goblins of Moria, said Thorin. We must give thought to the necromancer. Don't be absurd. He is an enemy far beyond the powers of all the dwarfs put together, if they could all be collected again from the four corners of the world. The only thing that your father wished was for his son to read the map and use the key. The dragon and the mountain are more than big enough tasks for you." "Hear, hear," said Bilbo, and accidentally said it out loud. "Hear what?" they all said, turning suddenly towards him. And he was so flustered that he answered, "Hear what I have got to say." "What's that?" they asked. "Well, I should say that you ought to go east and have a look around. After all, there's the side door, and dragons must sleep sometimes, I suppose. If you sit on the doorstep long enough, I dare say you will think of something. And, well, don't you know, I think we have talked it long enough for one night, if you see what I mean. What about bed, and an early start, and all that? I'll give you a good breakfast before we go." "Before we go, I suppose you mean," said Thorin. "Aren't you the burglar? And isn't sitting on the doorstep your job, not to speak of getting inside the door? But I agree about bed and breakfast. I like 6 eggs with my ham and starting on a journey. Fried, not poached, and mind you, don't break them." After all, the others had ordered their breakfasts without so much as a please, which annoyed Bilbo very much. And that annoys me too. They all got up. The hobbit had to find a room for them all, and filled up all his spare rooms and made beds on chairs and sofas before he got them all stood and went to his own little bed very tired and not altogether happy. One thing he did make up his mind about was not to bother to get up very early and cook everybody else's wretched breakfast. The tookishness was wearing off, and he was not now quite so sure that he was going on any journey in the morning. As he lay in bed, he could hear Thorin still humming to himself in the best bedroom next to him. "Far over the misty mountains cold, to dungeons deep and caverns old, we must await ere break of day to find our long forgotten gold." Bilbo went to sleep with that in his ears, and it gave him very uncomfortable dreams. It was long after the break of day when he woke up. So he woke up very late. Alright, we're in chapter 2. That was so interesting. Am I yapping too much? Oh, sorry, I was not seeing anything in the chat. You know, the ones who say, "I don't want to ever marry anyone," is that always the ones who marries first? Are you getting married, Eris? My hamster acting weird again. What's he doing? He's loafer. I'm so bored. Sorry. Um, yeah, so we're done reading. Unless y'all want me to read more. Like roast mutton? That sounds good. Dang! I really like this book, man. How many chapters are there? Let's see. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's see if I could read the Roman numbers. This is 10, 9, 19. 19 chapters, we're done with one. Nice. Go up, Jojo. Okay. I was just telling you, nah, so I don't have to say sorry all the time. Then the second book, it was winter, and there's this winter activities thingy, and she asked Julian if he wants to go ice skating with her. Then he says yes, and they hang out, and yeah, I'm getting bored. Sorry, Queen. Bro, how is it boring for you guys, but it's so interesting for me. I love this book. So guys, we're very close to 1K. Yeah, thank you. Studying Harry Potter? I don't know, I just got here. Is that the Bible? No, yeah, if you're still here, it's not. Exams from the 22nd. I literally have not been studying. No! There's only Eriska and Queen left. Read my question, answer it. Oh, what is it? I was looking for it. Mm, can you restate your question, Eriska? I don't remember. I mean, I can't find it. Does it look like a Bible too, sir? Jojo, why do you like that song called Love Me Not? Since you told us you don't like guys and this song literally is kind of romantic. I just like the vibes. But yeah, it's not about a guy, when I think about it. That is a very personal question. You can still think about somebody you really like. Doesn't have to be romantic. But it's not a guy. It's just, anybody. A friend maybe. But yeah. I don't have any friends in person other than one. But I can't really hang out with her because she's very busy. She's in med school. Lesbian? No, I'm not lesbian, bro. It's just like attachment issues. Sometimes you could be really attached. Like friendships could be as, you know, attached as romantic partners. I don't know the right term. Like it's not attached, but like as as strong. Like friendships can activate that part of you that brings out your attachment style, which could either be avoidant, secure, or anxious. And I'm the anxious type. That's like the worst type. Like, I feel like avoidant is probably worse than anxious. So that's like second level. But like healthy attachment style is like if they're if they're like busy or something, like you could understand automatically. You don't have to get reassurance or anything. But if you're anxious, then you need a reassurance. You're like, oh, are we still friends? Are we, you know, hi. And that's me and Amaya. Yeah, exactly. See, it doesn't have to be romantic. Like you don't have to think about it like that. And I don't even understand what romance is. Like you have to look at somebody and it, like feel like I don't know. Like this is somebody you're not looking at. You just really appreciate. That's fine. That's different. So you don't want to marry? I don't know. I don't know. That's something that for me personally, I genuinely do not know. The one thing I do know is that I want to farm and I want to raise animals and I want friends, like actual friends, and I want to hang out with friends and do a lot of hobbies. Like I want to learn how to swim. I want to learn how to ride a horse. I want to a lot of animals. I want to crochet. Just like I want to learn how to cook. I want to learn a lot of things. Those are things that I know that if I ever get the opportunity to, I will invest in. But I don't know about a marriage. Like that seems really hard. A lot of people complain about their marriages. I feel like I would if like I'd be the reason I'd be the one who got divorced, not like doing it. Cuz I need somebody really patient. These days nowadays it gives insight to relationships how overconsumption in like your daily things like this pencil, right? I'm not gonna keep this pencil for the next 10 years. I guarantee you. I'm gonna if it I mean unless I do, which in this case let's say that I won't keep this for like 5 years. Then I'll just replace it, get another pencil. It's very easy to replace it. But humans, people they get that in their brain they keep thinking of things that way that if it applies to humans then they think of humans as replaceable. That's not how it is and that's not how it should be. You have to really, really work hard to keep things going and trying to fix it no matter how long it takes. And people don't have that kind of patience anymore. If you treat this really well and keep it for the next 10 years, it gives insight to how you're going to treat the people around you. I hope that makes sense. And Noob is cool. Yeah, welcome back to the stream. Sir Sadabs. Assalamu alaikum. But why are you sad? What happened? Why Noob? Yeah, sorry I was yapping so much. I'm just so I'm just such a yapper. Let's assume what if someone has a crush on you and he's trying hard to make you happy and he cares about you and blah 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 and then you still block him. I need a reason to block him, right? Like obviously I wouldn't just hate somebody because they like me. That's not good. But there's a physical aspect that you have to be attracted to. Otherwise, it's not fair to them either. Like you can't like somebody for their money. I mean, you could, but like that wouldn't be very sincere. You have to like them for who they are, for their characteristics. If you don't like their accent, even that is something that matters a lot. Like some people could hate somebody because of their accent. That's not to say there's anything wrong with that accent. It's just that person's preference, you know? I bought 2 polar pens and it said 400 peso, but now my aunt said 700. I feel guilty. Aw, that's so sweet. That's a nice reason to be sad. But I hope you could get that money back and pay her back, or buy her a gift, or do something to make up for it. I don't know how much pesos is in USD. It sounds like a lot. I went away, Queen. What do you mean incompetent? You were here earlier. I'm not, unfortunately. Are you legally allowed within 100 yards of a playground? Why? I'm unusual. I actually don't want to ask why, but if you say anything weird, you're gonna get banned. Am I late? You're not. Unconfident. And welcome back. I can't believe it's actually been 45 minutes. That felt so fast. We finished reading one chapter of The Hobbit. I mean, I did start earlier the last stream, but I finished it this stream, and it was so interesting, bro. I love this book so much. The pinned one? Yeah, I like that wisdom. What's up? Hi, Harsh Gaming. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? We're just talking about. Aries had a lot of weird questions, like hypothetical ones, but I was answering it. When USD is equal to 60 Philippines pesos. Oh, so that's like $10 plus one, almost $12. That's not too bad. I feel like maybe in the Philippines that is a lot, but yeah, you'll be okay, no. And it's very wholesome that you're sad that she had to spend more for you. Also, I forgot. Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It's okay. Okay, so should we keep reading? I think looks doesn't matter, but behavior does. No, no, Eriska, that's wrong. Looks matter, contrary to popular belief. Because you could say behavior matters, and that's true. I feel like behavior matters more than looks, but that doesn't mean looks don't matter. Because what about behavior matters, right? Is that they're grateful? You don't want an ungrateful person. What does it mean to be grateful? Grateful for your body, right? How do you act grateful for your body? You take care of it. You stay fit, you exercise, do what you can. And that directly impacts your looks. Cuz if you're fit, that's like half of your beauty. And then, skincare, that's also part of your gratitude. Your teeth, you can always fix that. I don't know. What else? Your hair? Like there's a lot of stuff you could do to just take care of yourself. It's all of it is sunnah too. Yes, there's hi. Hello, Mtron, leader of Disassemblycons. Welcome. Disassemblycons, welcome to the stream. How's it going? I bought the pens and it says 400 peso, but now it says 700, 300 peso jump. I know, that's so sad. They scammed you. 6-7 in 2026. Oh, wow. By the way, that was personal. Yeah, that was. I feel like for you, looks don't matter, but eventually it's gonna change your mind. You're gonna be like, oh, actually, that does matter. Because then imagine they change their behavior. It's like, bruh, what else is there? It's gonna come out. You're gonna say the truth one day. It's gonna, ruin your what relationship, like your friendship. I don't know. It could be anything. But yeah, we were just reading The Hobbit. I could continue reading. I feel like I would continue. I like Ricky for his behavior mostly. He's really silly. So you don't like how he looks? But yeah, being silly is not a good quality. I mean, it is funny, but it's like you gotta be nicer than you are silly. It said free shipping. I don't know why I said 70p. 700. Oh, yeah. Well, if Temu is available, that's where I get my stuff. White blonde woman would fall in love with a serial killer only if handsome. That's kind of racist, but Yeah, there are a lot of serial killers out there who look okay, but they're crazy in the head. Like, I mean, that's why they are serial killer. But yeah, you wouldn't ever expect them to be like that. What you reading? Hello, Mr. McFluffin. I'm reading The Hobbit, or was before I was interacting with the chat. But yeah, I'll leave this here before we start if we want to continue. But I have to catch up a little bit. Oh, cool. Yeah, yeah. How's your day going, by the way, Mr. McFluffin? Like, one time I came to school crying, don't ask why, and he asked if I was alright and suggested something I could do to make me feel better. Oh, that's like bare minimum kindness. If he didn't do that, he'd be like the worst human ever. But, that's not a reason to like him and, I don't know, imagine your whole life with that person. No. That's just bare minimum. Honestly, I don't know what is not bare minimum. Probably like, I don't know. I can't imagine. It's going well. How's yours going? It's 1 a.m. here, but I'm so like kind of hyper, like I'm not sleepy at all, even though I woke up pretty early, like 10 something. But yeah, Julia, bruh, Julia. What? Sorry if I'm being weird, Queen. But yeah, bye, Iris. I gotta go now. There was a Japanese cannibal, and then he came back to Japan. He was a celebrity. What? That's weird. Same, it's 1 a.m. for me. Sleep is hard. Oh, really? Where are you from? California? I'm from California. But yeah, sleep is hard in the summer when you don't have school because, like, you don't have a bedtime schedule. If he wasn't kind, he would just ignore me. Or look at me. Weird. That's what all the other boys did when I was crying. Oh no, I don't think that's I don't think that's not I don't think that's kind to not do what all the other boys are doing. That's bare minimum. But all the other guys are doing, that's unusual. No one would look at you weird if you're crying. That's a human behavior that like you need to, you know, as if you have any humanity in you, you'd ask what's wrong. I'm from Fresno, the Central Valley. Lots of smog. Oh no, that's sad. Cat, cat, cat. Yeah, Hayden the kid. Welcome to the stream. We got a cat. Western world declines Islam, and USA says it's a country of freedom. That's true. But Islam is actually the most increasing religion here, right? Or is it Wicca? It is increasing though. I gotta say, the Muslim community here is definitely growing since, I was a kid. You don't know the people at my school. They do that all the time. Well, they got some character issues, bro. Like, I hope you find like better people, or that you just focus on the people who react nicely. Other than Ricky, I mean he's nice, but you should focus on like the females in your class. That's why you and Amaya are close. That's good. That's good. I want to make dot cake. Oh yeah, bro. I was literally looking at that today. I was like, wow, this literally what I made today, except without dots. I put stars instead. Cause I have a cake mix in my pantry. Freedom, more like follow citizen order and get out of if you're Muslim. Yeah, it gets harder to practice your faith in the West. I feel like just because like of the increasing Islamophobia, but here in California, at least, it's a really big melting pot. Like, it's super diverse here. So, alhamdulillah for that. Like, even though in San Diego there's a shooting and then like 3 people died, like inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un. Um, you know, it's more safe than it is scary like that. Have you ever played Pokemon? I have not. Sorry. I mean, I'm familiar with it. Snorlax, Pikachu, Umbreon, if that's how you say it, that fox. Okay, that's all I know, sorry. Amaya isn't even in my class. Oh, really? Is she and Ricky in a higher or lower class? Have you ever gotten hate for your faith? No, I haven't. No, it's crazy to say, but I'm also like mostly in Islamic spaces. Huh? So they're seniors of yours. Aries, I thought you left you. Aries back? Yeah, I feel like he's back. Or was he always here? I don't know. Were you here the whole time, Aries, or were you just like be right back? Yeah, I said wait after. Oh, okay, okay, okay. So, are we gonna continue reading? Do you want to play Scribble, guys? Because I already finished one chapter. I just don't know what else to do for the rest of the stream instead of Yap, which I don't mind doing. Like, I like talking